I am Rob. I am the international manager, or one of the international managers here at the University of West of England in Bristol. And it's a really long name, University of the West of England in Bristol. So we just call it UWE Bristol. My role is that I look after the faculty that the psychology degrees and courses sit in. And I'm joined today by my colleagues Jun and Phoenix is the country manager for Malaysia. So without further ado, I will get into it. So UWE Bristol, our ethos is, like it says on the tin, welcome to a university that prepares you for the real world. We're a university that's focused on practical experience. We're focusing on getting you ready so that once you finish with us, you can go out and find a job. We're 21st in the Guardian League tables, and we've grown year on year for the last 3 to 4 years. So I'm hoping that when the next Guardian League results are out, we're going to be top 20. And further to this, we're 12th in the UK for psychology. So we're one of the top courses for psychology in the UK, according to the Guardian University Guide. And we're 2nd in England for student satisfaction. Now, the reason why this is important, and I think, yeah, obviously it's important to see where your subject ranking is, but it's also really important to see whether the students, when they're studying, are they satisfied? Are they having a good time? Are they enjoying themselves? And this proves that they are when they come to study with us at UWE Bristol. So I've been saying UWE Bristol, UWE Bristol, UWE Bristol, but where is Bristol? So Bristol is located in the southwest of England. It's the largest city in the southwest, and it has a thriving economy. It's known as a creative city, a colourful city, a lively city. There's lots going on. It's great for food, it's great for culture, it's great for history. So there's something for everyone here. In 2017, we were voted the best place to live in the UK. So it's no reason why so many graduates, after they finish with us, go on to stay and live here. We're just over an hour by train from London. We're about 15 minutes to Bath, the famous city. We've also got our own international airport, so when you are able to fly, you can be in places like Barcelona, Milan, the south of France in little over an hour. So it really is a great place to be. And yeah, just surrounding us. I mean, in the UK, you don't really go swimming. Well, I go swimming in the sea because I'm from the UK, but you can be at the seaside in 30 minutes from Bristol as well. So if you want to go to the seaside, you're more than welcome to within 30 minutes from Bristol. This is an overview of our main campus. So if you come to study psychology with us, this is where you'll be based, and it's got something for everyone here. So we've got our own students' union on campus, accommodation, libraries, sports facilities. So if anything that you need, it's there. Just off of the map that you can't quite see is a massive supermarket. So you can walk there easily in about 10 minutes to do your weekly shopping. There's also social events happening on campus, so whatever you're interested in, there is something for you on the campus. Here's a few images. So at the top in the middle there, you've got our accommodation, and then you've got some of our other facilities there. So you can see top right, sorry, I've got another screen, so my eyes are darting around, but on our top right, you can see the Students' Union, and bottom left is quite an interesting image. This is our, it's an old building. It's about early 1900s, and it's actually the Student Life Centre. So it's kind of a place for students to go to chill out in, to work collaboratively in. So I am here today to talk to you about psychology and why you might want to come and consider studying psychology with us at UWE Bristol. So let's start with the basics. Psychology really is a fantastic course to study. So whether you decide to do a single honours or a joint honours degree with us, you're going to find yourself researching and examining issues at the forefront of global policy and practice. You're going to be joining a department that has amazing employability outcomes, with 94% of our students in employment or further study 6 months after graduating. And it really is a super employable course. With psychology, you learn critical analysis, you learn statistics, you learn how to deal with people and work with people, how to do project work. So you can go off into a career in psychology, or you could go off into a career in business, you could go into a career in politics, you could go, the world's your oyster really with a psychology career. It's such a great grounding. So like I mentioned, we're 12th in the UK for psychology. And when you look into some more detail upon these statistics, you're going to see that we're also 7th in the UK for satisfied with teaching, which really does go to show how fantastic our academic staff are at teaching. We've got a variety of undergraduate programs that I'll talk about on the next slide, but 2 are accredited by the British Psychological Society, which I'll go into a bit more detail. We've also got a number of postgraduate options available, which I'll also talk about in further slides. All of our postgraduate study courses are accredited by the BPS, apart from our business psychology program, which is a new program. And because of the way this is set up, it's set up as a kind of a short study periods on campus. It's not available to students that require a visa at the moment. I am trying to look into that and change that, so bear with me. And we also have state-of-the-art facilities alongside cutting-edge research. So UWE Bristol is home for the Centre of Appearance Research, which is a world-leading collaborative psychology, social sciences group looking at appearance research. So like I said, there's a variety of courses available at undergraduate. We have BSc Psychology, BSc Psychology with Criminology, BSc Criminology with Psychology, and BSc Sociology with Psychology. Now the first 2 are British Psychological Society accredited, and what this means is that the BPS have checked the quality of our course and that it meets the requirements for students who want to go on to become chartered psychologists. Now this is key. If you're looking at an undergraduate course in the UK, look to make sure that they have that British Psychological Society, because this is a renowned qualification that is known across the world. So if you want to become a chartered psychologist in the UK, you're going to need this BPS accredited degree. For those courses that are not accredited with the BPS accreditation, this means that the mandatory modules are not enough. However, you could apply for graduate membership of the BPS, evidencing the modules that you've studied. With our module choices, so undergraduate, you have a wide variety of module choices. So anything that interests you, whether you're interested in music therapy, arts and mental health, crime and the media, and psychopharmacology, you're going to get to choose modules throughout your studies in your 2nd and 3rd year. The 1st year, there's not so much module choice because this is where you need to be hitting your BPS accreditation compulsory modules. In your 1st and 2nd year as well, you're going to take a in action module, so psychology in action, and this is where we look at your studies in the context of the wider world, both in psychology and outside of psychology. And you can also use this to get you self a qualification from the Institute of Leadership and Management. So that's quite a cool niche thing that's a little bit different to us at UWE Bristol, is that you could potentially end up with a degree and a qualification from the Institute of Leadership and Management while studying psychology with us. We've also got the option for you to undertake placements and internships, so this could be in the UK or overseas. Like I said at the beginning, UWE Bristol is known for its real-world experience, and our psychology programs are no different. So you're going to have the option to gain practical experience inside and outside of the classroom. You'll see this a little bit later on, but being a psychology student isn't all about being stuck in a classroom. So in the past, we've done Bristol Zoo visits to study animal cognition, museum visits, and also working with the local community groups that we've got here in Bristol. So I'm going to move on to the postgraduate options now that we've got, and we have 3 courses that I'm going to talk to you about today. So that's the MSc in Health Psychology, the MSc in Occupational Psychology, and the MSc in Sports and Exercise Psychology. So what is health psychology? So health psychology is the study of how our thoughts, feelings and behaviours influence our health and well-being. And studying that with us could open the door to a variety of careers in the National Health Service, the NHS, public health work, research or teaching careers. And in the past, we've had graduates go on to become the director of the NHS Race and Health Observatory, health psychologists, lecturers at the university, professors, research associates and advisors into public health. So it is a very employable career course to take. So again, just to talk about it, this course is BPS accredited, so accredited by the British Psychological Society. And at the last accreditation, the course was accredited and commended for having enthusiasm and dedication to the student experience. So that means the students have a really great time when they're studying on our course. Developing employability and a strong sense of health psychologist identity, and also their engagement with stakeholders in the Southwest and nationally. It's one of the largest departments of qualified health psychologists in the country, and like I said, we have close links with the world-renowned Centre for Appearance Research. There's a variety of assessment methods, so coursework, essays, case studies, presentations, exams, dissertations, placement portfolios. So if, like me, you don't really like those exams, there's a whole host of other kind of assessment methods there. So have a look around when you're looking at other courses, look at their assessment methods to see what best suits you and how you prefer to be assessed. A unique part of this course is that you do and will have the opportunity to undertake a work placement. So students get to work in a clinical, academic, public health, charity or third sector setting. So that's a really cool opportunity for you. As you come over to the UK to study, you'll get an opportunity to do a clinical or a work-related placement. This placement provides you with practical and applied health psychology skills, and then you get these amazing employability skills for after you finish. So you can finish with a degree and work experience. And it has a strong partnership with a range of settings, like I said, with the NHS, public health, and in academia. So entry requirements, what are we looking for? We want you to have a 2-1 in psychology or a closely related discipline. English language, IELTS of 6.5 or equivalent. Personal statement, make it clear, relevant, experience, tell us about what you've done, why you're interested in this course, what interests you. You might be invited to an interview to talk about your interest and to make sure that this is the right course for you. And you're going to need a clean criminal record check. As we've got a placement that puts you working with vulnerable people, you need to make sure that you have a criminal record check. And here's a couple of our alumni stories. So Dr. Habib, he's the director of NHS Race and Health Observatory, and he was actually awarded an MBE, which is a member of the British Empire, I think. Sorry, I should have looked at that before, but it's awarded by the Queen, and that's probably the most impressive thing, is that you get to meet the Queen in 2019 for his services to the NHS. We've also got Ozan, who was a Turkish student who studied with us. He went back to Turkey and created a health psychology centre for people who had been diagnosed with cancer, and he actually was shortlisted for a British Council Study UK Alumni Awards, which is amazing. So it's not just people that come on to stay in the UK that are successful, it's people that come to the UK to study and then go back to their home country and what they then further do there. If you want more information, please feel free to get in contact with Liz or Katrin, our amazing programme leaders, or you can email us at international@uwe.ac.uk if you have any kind of questions there. So, on to the next one. So, MSc Occupational Psychology. So, this course is about applying psychological understanding to workplace, business and organisational issues. And it is a key applied field of psychology, similar to health psychology and sports and exercise psychology. Occupational psychologists are employed in a whole host of roles, but they might be seen in business development roles, consultancy work, research and development. You think that you're looking at your leadership programs at your workplace. You might pull in an occupational psychologist to look at how you can recruit the best talent and how you can get people developed and kind of talent pipeline planning, that kind of stuff. So again, BPS accredited course. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. I think everyone should hopefully be aware of what BPS accreditation is now. This looks at focusing on applying skills and theories into real world experience. So a lot of our assessment methods will look at case studies, will look at practical experience and how you best apply that to the study of occupational psychology. The team have a diverse interest, so from workplace well-being to immigration to leadership development, there's a whole host of relevant areas there for occupational psychology students. Another great thing is that in the psychology department, there's also a whole range of other psychologists. So if you are interested in occupational psychology, but you've got quite a niche interest, so looking at, let's say, how you can increase the level of minority people into a workforce, you could potentially look at drawing upon a sociology perspective and other psychologists. So you're not just dealing with occupational psychologists. Again, you've got a varied course assessment. So you've got coursework, case studies, oral presentations, exams and dissertations. And I will say that this course got 100% on the postgraduate satisfaction survey. So that's fantastic that when students come here, they, again, leave feeling satisfied that they've had a great time. And yeah, and it really is a credit to the team here. So in the occupational psychology program, you undertake a work-based learning module where you obtain about 60 hours of activity. So it's not actually a work placement, it's a work-based module. And the projects for this are varied. We help support students find that kind of work-based module. So we work closely with the fire service and construction firms and local health and public health organisations to help support their occupational psychology needs. And it takes the learning and theory and how to apply it into practice. And like I say on the slide here, there's opportunities for you to network and develop your relationship across industries, which is quite key in these roles. Again, let's look at the entry requirements. So we're looking for a 2-1 in psychology or closely related discipline. So if you've done business with a minor in psychology, that might be enough to get you onto this course. And I recommend you reach out to myself and we can look into your transcript if that's your situation. English language is the same, IELTS 6.5 or equivalent. Personal statement, same as health psychology, make it clear, relevant, what's your experience, why are you interested in this area? And you should also be a self-starter and proactive. Due to the way that the course is run, you're going to need to undertake committed and research independently. We've got another alumni story here. Emma did her BSc Psychology with us. And then she went on to study her occupational psychology with us. She's now, during her master's, she secured an internship for a consultancy firm, and she's now working as an assistant psychologist in the same firm. Have you got any questions? Gemma Pike is fantastic. More than happy to answer your questions, or you can contact me, like I said, at international@uwe.ac.uk. Okay, and the last postgrad, bear with me as I just take a sip of water. So, sport and exercise psychology, what is this? This seeks to understand how thoughts and emotions can alter performance and exercise behaviour, and how you can use those skills and as a psychologist to help support the work for the sports stars that you're assisting there. So where can it take you? So government agencies, advisor roles to professional bodies, education, professional sports teams or PhD research. Now I say advisor roles to professional bodies because a couple of our lecturers actually work as advisors to the UK or Great Britain Olympic team, the UK anti-doping organisations. They're the ones that monitor the drugs that athletes might have taken. So yeah, so there's a lot of opportunities there. Again, BPS accredited course. They've received 100% postgraduate satisfaction, so the same as occupational psychology. You have excellent applied practice opportunities, and there's a flexible approach to study blended online and on campus. Now, the applied practice opportunities are amazing. So the course leaders themselves recognise that it's difficult to get experience and to get that kind of placement opportunities in sports organisations. We have a partnership with Bristol Sport, who are a Bristol-based organisation who own our football team, our rugby team, and our basketball team. We've also got a partnership with UK Surfing, And like I said, our lecturers have really great links, such as with the English Football Association, England Rugby, Somerset Cricket Team, and national organisations like UK Anti-Doping and the UK Olympic Society. So whilst there is no requirement to undertake applied practice placements, the ability to put theory into practice using evidence-based interventions to improve athlete performance and well-being is a skill that students are going to develop. So not only does this focus really bring the teaching alive in the classroom, it also enables a much smoother transition into stage 2 training. So if students decide that they want to go off to become a chartered sports psychologist, this course allows them that smooth transition, because you have to gain a number of work hours to achieve this. So the UWE Sports and Exercise Psychology teaching team all work as practitioners, so they've all got interests outside of the classroom, and they've got strong links, like I said, with professional sports organisations that provide excellent work experience opportunities for students. So, entry requirements here. So we are looking for an equivalent of 2-2 in psychology or a closely related discipline. So this could be sports science, this could be a sports related background who then want to transition into sports and exercise psychology. We're looking for students who have a passion for the subject. The programme encourages students to engage in collaborative learning with their peers, and willingness to participate in these activities is really important. And yeah, make sure that your personal statement makes it clear, why do you want to study this, what interests you, and what's your background, what got you into this subject area. This is Lindsay. So Lindsay is our programme lead. Feel free to get in contact with her. More information on the course page there, or like I said, international@uwe.ac.uk. Right, you'll be pleased to hear I'm nearly at the end, but I just want to run through some of the facilities that we've got in at UWE Bristol. So we've got our own psychology lab, which is pretty cool. So we've got a number of different labs. So the images here, they show eye tracking laboratories. So this explores how quickly we notice things and where your eye might be drawn to in a room, and psychologists use this to monitor attention, memory, language, problem solving. This is the EEG machine, and it works to evaluate the electrical activity in the brain. So someone might use this to look at head injuries, brain inflammation, memory problems, sleep disorders. And it's used by you putting on this little cap, and then what happens is that small flat electric discs called electrodes are attached to the scalp, and you can see them being attached there. This is used by our psychology students, but as well as our robotics and engineering students, and it's a driving simulation. It's used to monitor and assess driving performance and the impact of factors such as alcohol, sleep deprivation, or caffeinated drinks on performance. And it's also been used to monitor participants' reactions to driverless cars, which is an area that UWE is leading on in research. So this is used by sports and exercise students to discover the impact of exercise on thought and using equipment. This is a few images from our field trip. So this is the Bristol Zoo looking at animal cognition. At the bottom there in the middle, you've got a field trip that was taken to Lundy Island, which is a small island in British waters. And then bottom right there, you've got, after a hard day on this field trip, just a nice time in the sunshine. This is taken obviously not from last year, but the year before. So it shows that kind of camaraderie that we have in our subjects. So if you want to check out a bit more about Bristol, you can do a virtual Bristol tour. You can go to visit bristol.co.uk/Bristol from home. And it was actually featured on the Rough Guide's best virtual tourism campaigns around the world recently. So go on, have a check it out, and see if you, just have a walk around Bristol really. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us, international@uwe.ac.uk. And I will stop sharing now and hand back to Joyce. Thank you very much for listening.